Donovan Mitchell has been traded. The three-time All-Star is heading to Cleveland.
We have some breaking news, though. The Utah Jazz, they have agreed to trade three-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Utah Jazz are sending Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Get your reaction to the Gobert trade. I already got a little bit of it.
So I'm still waiting for some more names. They threw in a whole bunch of nothing for their future.
Now, before we talk about the heist that is the Rudy Gobert trade, what if I were to tell you these are 4 of the 5 most efficient scorers in the NBA? That wouldn't be surprising at all, right? How about number 5? Yeah, Lauri Markkanen is currently one of 5 players to average at least 20 points per game on 65% true shooting, which, in case you are wondering, has only been done 20 other times in NBA history. Now, don't worry, I'm not about to say Lauri is a top 5 scorer in the league, because there are guys slightly less efficient on more volume, but it is undeniable that Lauri has transformed into a bona fide all-star and top 30 player at just 25 years of age. I mean, just in case you weren't convinced from the first graphic, Lauri is currently second in the league in points per shot, and, well, you can see the company he is currently in. Just to reiterate, he is 25. He's younger than Donovan Mitchell, yet people did not blink when he was thrown in the deal alongside 4 first-round picks, 2 pick swaps, and Colin Sexton for Donovan Mitchell. But we'll talk more about just how good Lauri has been in a little bit. You know what's crazy? This might not be the best bit of business Utah has done this offseason, because as we all know, their other major trade this offseason involved Rudy Gobert, and it's pretty frightening to think that Utah looks to be winning the trade already, and they haven't used a single one of Minnesota's multiple unprotected firsts that were sent their way. The same franchise that has had multiple number 1 picks in the last decade. But the reason I think they're already winning the trade is because of this man, Walker Kessler. Here he is defending Zion. Zion brings the ball up the court. Nance seals out Olynyk, which gives Zion a runway to the rim, but Kessler's ability to move his feet before going straight up and absorbing the contact is some of the best defense you will see on Zion. Now, we're not about to slander Derek Favors, but when I say absorbing the contact, this is what he can do. This isn't just a one-off play either. Walker Kessler has been a dominant force at the rim all season long. Like on this play where he matches AD stride for stride before then having the length to block the shot away at full extension. Or on this play where he gets a perfect block on a Jokic post-up. He's not just a good shot blocker for a rookie, he's one of the best rookie shot blockers we have seen in a long time to start this season. Here's a graph of the highest blocks per 36 minutes of rookies ever. Manute Bol is in a different stratosphere, but then you have the likes of David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Alonzo Mourning, and the only other player in the last 20 years to appear on that list is Walker Kessler over here. Now, he is playing a lot less minutes than those guys, but since his minutes have increased over the last 10 games, he's averaging 2.5 blocks in about 23 minutes. That is 3rd in the league, in case you were wondering. But let's go one step further. These are the on-off numbers of Rudy Gobert this season versus Walker Kessler. This isn't to bash Rudy, because he was an all-time great defender for the Jazz, but it just shows the impact Kessler is already having on the Jazz defense, while still being a pretty decent offensive player with his solid touch around the rim and good rebounding ability. Now, what if I were to tell you this wasn't the only quote-unquote throw-in piece from the Gobert deal? Because in addition to Kessler, the Jazz also got back Malik Beasley, who's currently 3rd in the NBA for total 3-point makes. They also got back one of the most prototypical defensive wings you could ask for in the modern NBA, Jared Vanderbilt. Just to give you an indication of how highly he is thought of as a defender around the league, this is what Damian Lillard said when asked which players he would want on his team right now. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Jared Vanderbilt. He went on to say, Jared Vanderbilt does everything. He guards every position, he rebounds, he's a playmaker, he's tough, competitive, good feel for what's going on out here. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else that really needs to be said when Damian Lillard is putting you in the same conversation as 2 of the best wing defenders in the league, but it's plays like this that make him so good. Here's Zion backing the ball up, and watch Vando's anticipation. Just as Zion goes low and loads up the dribble, that's when Vando swipes, right when he's generating power, but at his most vulnerable as a ball handler, Vando reaches in. Or on this play where again, Vando recognizes the moment Jokic is about to pass it to the corner, jumps the passing lane, and gets the steal. This is pretty much what everyone is looking for in a defensive wing, and the Jazz got him alongside an elite shot blocking rookie, an elite 3-point shooter, oh, and half a dozen first round picks from a franchise that, no disrespect, hasn't exactly been great over the last 20 years. But let's get back to Lowry, because this is the piece that has changed Utah's future. Without Lowry, the Jazz are not in the playoff picture, which some people think is a bad thing, but a 25-year-old leading a team to a playoff spot alongside big contributions from multiple other guys under 25 is far from an issue, particularly when you have the futures of Minnesota and Cleveland in the palm of your hands as well. But the reason I'm so convinced Lowry is here to stay as a star-level player in the league is the amount of ways in which he can score. Early in the season, he was putting up over 20 a night whilst his 3-point shot wasn't dropping, and I knew the second that corrected itself, it was over. And well, over the last 20 games, he's shooting a casual 50% from 3 on 7 attempts a game. That won't last, but he is a legit 40% 3-point shooter who can do so much more. Like on this play where Okoro overplays the 3-point shot, so Lowry just decides he's going to take him straight off the dribble and finish at the rim. The beauty of Lowry's shooting is it opens up the floor for the rest of his game, and I don't see nearly enough people talking about his ability to use his strength and size against smaller defenders when he has the opportunity to get to the rim or finish inside. This season he's getting to the rim more than ever, he's shooting a better percentage than ever at the rim, and as a result, he's getting to the free throw line nearly 5 times a game. I still think he can increase those areas, but don't let his skill fool you. Lowry can be a brute inside when he has a matchup he likes. He's also one of the best transition players in the league. This is a 7-footer that can put the ball on the floor and either force his way to the rim or glide effortlessly through defenders. Not enough people talk about the physical tools he has, which benefit him on both ends of the floor, because some people still think he is a negative defensively. He's not. He's not a defensive player of the year level guy, but he's also someone that can slide his feet at 7 foot, guard multiple different positions, and block the occasional shot as well. At 25, Lowry is a flat out all-star, and if the Jazz strike gold on just 1 or 2 of those first round picks, these trades are going to set up the Jazz for a decade of contention. Anyways, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, you might as well drop a like, you might as well subscribe as well, that would be cool. Have a great day, bye.